Hey, Coach, your immediate takeaways.
I'm excited about what we can be. You know, we got a little bit of a taste of it tonight, just seeing what our length looks like on the defensive end and on the glass. You know, what two elite quarterbacks in Rajon Rondo and LeBron James look like with shooters around them. Okay, and then just a beast of a scorer in AD, you know, with those guys setting him up and him just being able to deliver and also impact the game on the other end. And I was proud of our young guys, played really well in the second half too.
That starting lineup specifically, you just got into it a bit, but what were you looking for from them, and what are the things that you still think need to come along?
You know, we fouled too much, turned the ball over a little too much, missed free throws, but for our first preseason game together with a bunch of new faces, I'm very pleased with how we looked. You know, I liked the defensive presence that JaVale and Avery gave us, you know, around those two guys. And, you know, we played for each other, you know, which is what we have to become. Like, we can have all the talent in the world. If we don't become a team-first team, all right, we're not going to go anywhere. So I was pleased with 33 assists.
You know Anthony Davis pretty well. Everybody's seen what he's done over the years, but just specifically him in that first half, what did you make of how he played, especially on offense? He's
a monster. You know, it's going to be very difficult to slow him down with what we have around him. And, you know, I'm excited about what he's going to do, and you know, Lakers fans should be too.
Following up on Anthony, there was a 43-second span in the first quarter. He had 3 dunks. What did you see that unlocked his game early on, I guess?
Well, he's such a versatile threat offensively, right? He can beat you with step-back jumpers, 3-point shots, drives from the perimeter. Okay, but he's also one of the best rim finishers in the game. You know, so I'm not exactly sure about that sequence, but he can get to the rim himself. Okay, and he's also a terrific lob threat and finisher inside.
Frank, a lot of times in a preseason game, especially the first preseason game, you don't really know what you're going to get, just in terms of like sloppiness or whatever. What do you think of your team's focus and intensity coming out of the gates, and what do you think kind of was the inspiration behind that?
We've been locked in. You know, we try to set a tone at the beginning of training camp. You know that there's going to be a seriousness to our business, and you know, we're going to get after it each day and lock into what has to happen. And you know, our leaders have led the charge, you know, with regard to our mentality and our mindset with that, and it showed up tonight.
What do you think will be LeBron's workload and Anthony's workload in China?
You know, we'll see. You know, probably similar to tonight. You know, maybe a little bit more. I'll meet with those guys and with the medical team, and we'll make smart decisions on that.
There are so many new pieces on this team, but they fit so seamlessly in the first half. Does that come from them kind of training together prior to camp, or talk about how they all came together?
It's not always going to look smooth. You know, it did tonight. Like I said, it's their first time everybody's together, so I think they're probably a little extra focused. But we have tried to set that mindset, you know, from the beginning of camp, that every day we're going to try to get better and you know, work on coming together, and, you know, and becoming a team first team. So you know, that showed up on the floor for us tonight.
You've been a coach long enough to know during the practices when things are working, when things are not, to see the hopefulness of a team. Do you sense that the players are buying into what you're trying to do? Are they working together? Because again, I'm sure you've been in situations where it's not working that way even early on.
Well, every coach has buy-in at this point in the year. You know what I mean? You know, before you lose games, before minutes are divvied out in roles and all that stuff. But I do feel more in particular like this group is locked into what we're, you know, the framework of what we're trying to do on both ends of the floor, what our identity is supposed to look like, and what the blueprint for our plan looks like. You know, I think they're locked into that and believe in it, and you know, hopefully we'll grow with executing it.
You said before the game that you want to give Avery a shot at starting because of his defensive edge that he's brought in training camp. Obviously, he had a hard time finding a shot tonight, but did he kind of do what you thought he might in that defensive role?
No doubt about it. He definitely did. You know, I think he fouled Steph, you know, on that 1 3-point shot. But he creates a presence. You know, I mean, he picks him up as soon as the jump ball happens. Steph gets his first touch on the ball, and that guy's right under his chin. You know, that's a you know, it sets a tone for our defense, right? You know, so a few possessions later, Steph goes to bring it up, and he's advancing it with the pass. You know, so he's immediately changed, you know, what their look is like. So he definitely set a tone for our guys tonight, and look forward to seeing that night in and night out.
I know you're the visiting coach, but what are your first impressions of this new building?
Oh, it's great. You know, it's the best atmosphere I've ever felt for a preseason game, I can tell you that much. You know, the fans of San Francisco should be excited about it. It's a beautiful building, and they should come out and see the Warriors play.
Coach, it's been about a week now with this group. Is there anything either from personnel or with the group as a whole that you've learned about this group in the first week or so that you didn't maybe before that?
Well, there's always little things to learn about every player, you know. But this group, you know, you don't know how they're gonna fit together, and we're gonna have peaks and valleys, of course. But you know, their willingness to understand the value in really coming together and trying to be a team-first team has been just done at a really high level, and our guys are locked in to this point. We've got a long way to go, obviously, but you know, so far so good.
You have a lot of young guys run in that second half. Who do you think stood out after some of the starters rested?
I liked all of our young guys played terrific. You know, I went back and told Kobe Carl that the expectation now is going to be for them to go undefeated. You know, with those guys, that the way they performed in the second half, you know, those guys were really good. Zach shot the ball well. They all competed. Demetrius got to the basket. Alex had a strong second half. Kaycock, you know, he's a beast. You know, and we had to manage his fouls because I didn't want to put my veteran centers back in late in the game, so I had to make sure he wasn't fouling. But he played well as well.
How angry were you to lose the coach's challenge?
Not angry at all. I almost did it on the first foul just to kind of get out of the way and see what it feels like. I thought there was a chance of some verticality there, but I think he bent awkwardly, and usually the call is going to go against the defense when that happens. So, you know, just getting a taste of it.